Hello everyone, my name is Nisa Pisa. Welcome back to my channel, and today I will be taking you through a journey that is very near and dear to my heart. This afternoon I will be providing for you an updated tour of my earring collection. I can't kiss it directly, it's really dusty. The last time I showed you guys what's in this treasure trove, this cave of wonders, was all the way back in 2020 when I first moved into this apartment. But it's been 5 years, and as it says in the YouTuber handbook that they pass out to us when we decide to make a channel, before the blood sacrifice but after the hazing rituals, is that if you make a collection video and 5 years have passed, you have to make another one, or they delete your channel for you. It's out of my hands. And what's about to be in my hands is lots and lots of pairs of earrings. Now I should warn you, I'm not gonna go back and watch my 2020 earring collection video again so I can calculate which earrings I don't need to talk about in this one. There's gonna be overlap. Jewelry is not like lip gloss and lipstick. I hope to have all of this until I'm dead. And also forever after that, because it's going to be in my will that I will be buried with all of my jewelry. The perk of being infertile is that you don't have to worry about passing on your belongings to children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren or nieces, and I have nieces, but you know, they have other aunts. For me, I just get to keep all my stuff forever, and that is the goal. Let's get started. I really don't like not wearing earrings. I'm not wearing any for this video, which is like, I really look like I'm dressed to be found in a bog thousands of years after my death so that paleoanthropologists can theorize about how I was sacrificed. So the top drawer of my earring collection, which I'm spreading eagle on my desk right now, is my hoops. And I have kind of a loose definition of hoop. For me, a hoop is anything circular. Keep my earring backs in this little Grecian shot glass. I don't know how or when this came into my life. It was just in my bedroom one day when I was in high school. Sometimes you can't question things. Blessings enter your life and you're like, do I really deserve this? And the blessings are like, regardless, I'm here. So kind of just gotta roll with the punches. These are a pair of fairly basic hoops. I got these from Urban Outfitters when I was like 25 or 6, sometime in the past. I like them because they have like a little unique shape to them. They're like a little square, but they're also hoops. Silver hoops. I got these in high school when I was really into hoop earrings, like a lot of teenage girls are. My only qualm with these ones is that when I wear my hair down, you can't really see them because they're like a blackened silver and they really need to be cleaned. There's probably sweat on these from a couple pre-calculus exams. I also have this pair of black hoops with which I have the same problem as the black silver hoops. The earrings I'm wearing right now are little gold hoops, and I don't think you can see them because I'm too far away, but they have beads on them with little stars between the beads. They're letter beads, and they say INTS, which stands for It's Not That Serious, which if you've been on my Tumblr, I have a little picture that I just whipped up in Photoshop when I was like 19 that says the same thing. It's just like something I tell myself when I'm getting too stressed out about something, which is always, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. Very few things are that serious. Another thing I tell myself a lot is this is not an insurmountable problem. I think most of my waking hours I spent fretting. So it's nice to have those earrings that are a little reminder of, you know, you don't really need to be doing that right now. This is just a little pair of silver hoops from my best friend. She didn't like gift them to me, she let me have them because she was getting rid of some of her jewelry and didn't want them anymore, and I never say no to a pair of hoops. These ones are nice because they're small and they're casual and they're not heavy, and I really like this fastening mechanism where you have to slide the little needle into the little spout like that. I think it's fun. Sometimes I take them out when I'm at work and I just fidget with them. These I actually might get rid of. These are from Bobble Bar. I've had them for like 6 years. I bought them because my roommate and I were doing tandem orders from Bobble Bar because they were having some sale that she found out about on Instagram, and we each bought a matching pair of earrings that you'll see later, and then also another one. I don't ever wear these. I don't like them. I find the design on them to be busy you know? The thing that they do have going for them is that from far away, they kind of look a little bit like an octopus tentacle, kind of curled a little bit. You know, if you've hung out around octopi, like you might have like seen them do that. That's not a great reason to keep them, because I can just get earrings with an octopus on them. And in fact, I'm shocked I don't have those already. I love octopuses. This isn't a declutter, but I don't want these anymore. So I will find a way to have those exit my life. These ones are next, these monstrosities. Most of the jewelry that I have in my life is stuff that other people don't want, and so they give it to me, which means most of it is from either my grandmother or my mom or my best friend. I've actually bought very few pieces of jewelry in my entire collection, not even just my earrings. I don't spend very much money on jewelry because it just sort of like happens upon me. God, these are so, look at my lobes. Look at my lobes. It's good to get these ones out of the way fast, because if I remember anything from doing this in 2020, my lobes are gonna be sore. My little holes are gonna be very stretched by the end of this video. It's good to get the really heavy ones out of the way. These, because of the color, I exclusively wear around Christmas time. My best friend gave me these when we were first becoming really close friends, right before we moved in together. In the early days of our platonic romance. I wear these all the time. They are my favorite little pop of color when I'm wearing an all black or usually black and white outfit. These are really fun. I love these ones. They're light, they're easy, they go with absolutely everything. Yellow is a great color for just adding a pop of color to things. It's my favorite color, in case you were wondering. These are tiny little square hoops that were my grandmother's. I don't really like them all that much, but I can't get rid of them because they were my grandmother's, and she's dead. So I have to keep them forever. This is a pair of earrings I bought, I think when I was 18 at a vintage store, and they're so tarnished. They used to be like bright silver. I have to fix them. Oh, you can't even see them against my hair. But they're little suns. I used to wear these all the time. I think I wore these my first week of college. I've thought about getting additional ear piercings. I haven't done it yet though, because I don't know if I would actually make use of them. Oh God, I gotta fix them. I gotta get like jewelry cleaning supplies. These are my favorite hoops. They're tiny, they're silver, they're easy squeezy. I travel with them a lot because they're so little, but sometimes you just need like a little something. You don't need an earring that's gonna pull focus. You just need something for balance, and these are great for that. I think these were Ivana's too. That's my best friend's name. Oh my God, we have a rare pair of earrings I actually purchased for myself recently. Can you imagine? These are little bee earrings. They're in the hoop drawer because they're circles. I got these from ASOS like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I bought them because they have bees on them. It's a little bee. It's a little bee. I love bees. I find them really charming. I like how industrious they are. I also love similar animals. I love wasps. I love yellow jackets. I love hornets. I was at the bus stop last summer and a wasp flew up to me and sort of flew like around me to get the lay of the land, see what I looked like all around. And then the wasp landed like right here on my lip. She gave me a little kiss. Isn't that delightful? I had to get on the bus so I couldn't like hang out, but I love them. If it's yellow and black, it's all right in my book. There's a video that goes around sometimes of, I think it's a wasp or a hornet, entering a beehive and killing a bee. And then the bees surround it and buzz and overheat it and kill it. And people are like, see, hornets and wasps are assholes. I'm like, girl, it's the circle of nature. You know what I mean? Like, what are we supposed to do here? I can find it in my heart to love both seals and orcas. I can find it in my heart to love both leopard seals and emperor penguins. You know, like it's all connected. It's all connected. I'm not gonna give animals preferential treatment just because they happen to be prey animals. That's not what I do. These little gold hoops, I don't know how I came to own these, but I have them. They have like a little texture on them. They feel very like, you know, they feel kind of like kind of opulent, a little erudite to me. They feel classy, is what I'm saying. See, it's like a little text. Yeah, these ones are some of my favorites. I've definitely worn these in videos before because they are so precious, and I have a dress that matches them exactly. These are from my best friend. I think these are from Anthropology initially, or perhaps Madewell, but they have stars and moons on them. Isn't it so sweet? One thing about me is I'm a sucker for a celestial whimsigoth type beat, and these are that down. They make me so happy. My lobes are already hurting. We're not even done with the first drawer. Oh, heavens. I'm gonna do these next two double time. I'm gonna do one in one ear and one in the other. They're very similar. I got them from the same source, and I wear them with maybe the same level of regularity. These are both from my best friend. She had them, she didn't like them anymore, so I snatched them up. In case you guys don't know, it's the annual drive past Nisa's apartment in your loud ass car festival in Boston this weekend, so I apologize for any background noise you're hearing. Can't do anything about it. The people love it. They love it. They're both this kind of like oblong hoop that like hooks into itself in the back. This one, I don't like as much as this one. These ones with a little chain, I enjoy quite a lot. These ones also hurt to get off because you gotta like yank your ear through the whole thing because the entire, structurally, like the hoop itself is also the post that goes through your ear. So it's a lot to put your little ear hole through when you put them in, which is actually probably part of the reason I don't wear these super often. Piercings are so wacky. It's so fun that we do this to our bodies. If I were to get another piercing at some point, I would probably get my nose pierced, but only after they invent some kind of like steroid strength antihistamine that makes it so I never ever have allergies again. These are from Target. I bought these in 2019, I wanna say. I like them because I like eye motifs in jewelry and clothing quite a bit. I don't really like pearl jewelry when it's necklaces or bracelets, but I like a little accent pearl. These ones are just like the other ones we just did, and I'm not putting them in because I don't want to put my lobes through it. These are also from my best friend. Did I break this? What the heck? Right as rain. Oh, these I love. I love pink and green as color combinations. These look like sexy olives to me. I also love wooden earrings, and I like earrings that have a little thread accent. These were also my roommates, I wanna say, or maybe my mom's. I didn't buy them, and that's also part of what I like so much about them is that they were free. These are great. They're like the perfect size because they're wood, they're really lightweight. Oh, I love them. I wear these a lot. Not really hoops, but again, circles. These are gold versions of the little silver hoops that I showed you before that I like to travel with because they're eensy and weensy and teensy and tiny. Beautiful, perfect. Shout out to whichever friend it was that gave me these. I love these ones. These have kind of a thick post, so you gotta really prime your lobes to get these ones in. The post goes through this little loop, and then you gotta hold it against your lobe while you add the back on, or it's gonna slide right off. They have like a little rhinestone that anchors the earring, so it looks like a little stud with a hoop coming out of it. I think they are so pretty. I love them. They're just annoying to get on. Look at how thick that post is. Like, girl, my lobes, my demure little lobes. Okay, let's do the math ones. This next trio of earrings are all from a period in 2017 when I was teaching and I developed a sick obsession with buying earrings from the store Aldo. These are so stupid looking. This is not a pair of earrings that I would repurchase. First of all, the point of these kind of hits my clavicle right here. I wonder if I was in a car accident while I was wearing these, I feel like there's a statistical possibility that this could right here, and just do me some damage. They're heavy, but not egregiously heavy. Should I get rid of these? I don't wear them because they're stupid. I know if you split this in half, you'd have two right triangles. Would that make this an isosceles triangle then? Yeah, because isosceles triangles have two sides of equal lengths, and then scalene triangles are the ones where it's all fucky. These earrings, however, these are equilateral triangles, I think. I have to imagine I bought those ones first and then these ones second, because I feel like if I landed a perfect triangle earring like these, I wouldn't need to then go out and buy more sillier, dumber looking triangle earrings. I have no way of knowing the order I bought them in. I have blocked out functionally everything that happened to me from back when I was teaching. These rock. I love these earrings. I find these very charming. I like the way they swing. They're a little heavy, so I can't swing too much, but you know. The metal is not such that if I actually were to hit them with something, they would make a little musical note, which is disappointing. It's nothing. I think the reason why so many of my earrings are so large is, one, I love a little bit of kitsch in my wardrobe, but also because for a good 2 years of my life, when I was in my mid-20s, I pretty much exclusively wore my hair in a bun on the top of my head, like just a puff every day. I wasn't really ever wearing my hair down like this. I hadn't really nailed down how to take care of my curly hair. And then after my breast reduction, I sort of started to change my style a little bit. Everybody loves these earrings, the big cubes. Well, they're not cubes, they're prisms. If they were cubes, then we wouldn't have short sides like this. These are from Aldo too, which breaks my heart to tell people because it means that there's like functionally no way they can get them. They're like so old. I do actually kind of wish they were full-on cubes. I don't mind a square. Well, would it be this would be a rectangular prism, right? We're getting into squares or rectangles, but rectangles aren't squares discourse right now. Can I tell you, when my math teacher in 5th grade told us that, I almost left the room because it pissed me off so much. I love these ones. I love the way that they sit against my neck. I think they're very pretty. I think they're elegant. And they're not exactly hoops, but look at that, holes. So these ones, one of my mom's high school friends gave me. My mom is friends with this woman. She's really cool. She used to run a vintage store in Harvard Square called Una's, which isn't there anymore. She gave me these earrings when I don't know, maybe when I was like 21. I wear these whenever I want to look kind of 70s. I absolutely love these. They're wood with fabric laid on top. They're super lightweight. They're massive and obnoxious. But also, I think because of the color, kind of neutral. I think they're like sexy and beautiful. I love these ones. I love them. These were a gift to me from my stepfather before he was my stepfather, when he was just a guy that my mom met on a dating website when I was 16. I remember he gave me these earrings as a gift when I came back from a big trip abroad I took with my history class when I was a senior in high school. Like, we got home from the airport and he was like, here's a gift, Nisa. And I was like, wait, these kind of eat, actually. Thank you, stepdad's name. I love red. It's one of my favorite colors. And I love red jewelry. I have a couple other red earrings that we'll see in this video. They're like thread woven over a little skeleton. Look at that. It's like little beads threaded through. I used to like absent-mindedly in class, like move the beads up and down my earrings. Actually, the reason why this one is kind of frayed now, you can see it's a little worse for wear, is because I'm left-handed. So most of the fidgeting I do is with my left hand. And in class, I think I would be like leaning on my left side, fidgeting with that earring more than the right one. That's the first drawer. I'm gonna take a break and ice my lobes. And then we will get into the second drawer, which is the silver drawer. I took a little break. I put some benzocaine on my earlobes. First up, I want to talk about these little quirked up white boys. These also originally belonged to my best friend and now they're mine. The benzocaine is still in my lobes. Hold on. I like them because I find them really artsy fartsy looking. I like to wear these with all black outfits or black and white outfits. What I like the most about these ones is I so happen to have this necklace that I put together out of a spare chain and some pendants that my roommate had that looks really similar to these earrings. So I always wear these together. I wear them on nights out sometimes. Next up out of the silver drawer are these little danglies with a little star on the end. They're nice and casual. And from the same shop that I bought these, The friend of mine, she's a Twitter mutual of mine, she doesn't, I think, run this shop anymore. She's taking like an extended hiatus. So unfortunately I can't like link you to these exact earrings, but hopefully it's enough for you to just see me wearing them. Everybody loves the moon dangles. Everybody loves them. Whenever I wear them out, people ask where they're from. Everybody loves the moon dangles. I love the moon dangles. They are perfect and beautiful, and they're my favorite silver earrings that I own. These ones I have nothing to say about. I have no memory of how they came into my life. I think maybe they were my mom's. They're little upside down roses, and I haven't worn them with any regularity since I was maybe 23. I think I'm gonna get rid of them. These are little green beads. What is that? Is that malachite? I'm trying to remember my Steven Universe knowledge. Ouch! The ones with the really long posts. Oh, but these are elegant. These are opulence. These make me feel like a wealthy old woman. I think these were my grandmother's, maybe? Oh, my lobes. Again, I need something with a short post. I can't be slip sliding all this stuff through my shit. I'm doing two at once. The one right here kind of feels a little bit more like crunchy. Like I might wear this if I'm wearing a sundress or something with a lot of embroidery. Maybe with like some wooden bracelets and stuff, like, you know, the vibes. Whereas this one, I think is a little bit more like mod. I wear these with a lot of black and white outfits. I love them. They're so simple. I wish they were a little bit bigger. These were my mom's. And my mom is like not a glamour puss like I am, which means I get lots of free stuff. Because whenever she decides she doesn't want something, which is often, because my mom is like, in addition to not being a glamour puss, my mom is in like a constant state of decluttering. We used to have a ton of stuff in our basement before we sold the house. I think this happened when I was like 17. We called 1-800-JUNK and got rid of half the stuff in our basement. And I think the high my mom got from that experience, she's been chasing ever since. These earrings were a gift from my best friend, Ivana. She bought these for me when she was visiting Scotland in like 2013, and she brought these back for me. And they used to have a matching necklace that I got rid of, but I kept these earrings because I think they are charming and delightful. Aren't they sweet? I love them. I think this design is really elegant. I love the texture it has. These next two, I truly don't know how I procured either of these. I like them. I like the length on them. This one is a little sketched out lady silhouette. I think maybe my mom got me these ones, but like recently. They weren't like a earring hand-me-down. She bought them for me at a store. They are beautifully shiny. They really catch the light gorgeously, which I love. And these ones were probably also hers. They're like a little leaf with a little dangling arm and a bead on the end of it, or a little pendant on the end. I like these. I used to wear these a ton when I was teaching for some reason. And miraculously, they're still in my collection despite all of the trauma. Next up, we have these big metal turquoise earrings. These are fun. They're very percussive. When I walk, they jingle and they jangle. Sometimes they hit my earbuds when I'm walking places. So my music has a little metallic accent, which is kind of nice. It makes me think of like Sophie's music, just a nice little clang with whatever else I'm listening to. I have no idea how I got these. I've probably had them since I was in college. They seem like kind of a dated style. This sort of layered earring like this feels very like 2015. These ones, oh, I think these were Ivana's. These are so much fun because they are loud. I used to feel like such an asshole whenever I would wear these to class during grad school. Every time I turned my head, they would jingle and jangle. I felt like I was being very disruptive. I used to wear these to give presentations during my MBA. They became like my good luck presenting earrings. I think just because you can't be shy when you have earrings that are speaking for you. I love attention and I love public speaking, but presentations, like group project presentations, freak me out, like I think they do with most people. I love those earrings. I love the beading on them. I love that they're red. They are some of my favorites. These two that I've put together this time are special because they're both DIY earrings. These ones are a set of identical keys that I found at an antique market like 6 years ago that I just put on a little tiny hoop that I had from a different set of earrings. The keys are really tarnished. I tried to polish them a couple years ago and it did not work. But I wear these all the time. People ask about them and I get to be like, I wear them myself actually. Yeah, I'm pretty crafty. These ones on my other side are these really cute little iridescent cubes, little crystally cubes. And I made these by taking a chain from a different set of earrings, like a hook and a chain from a different set of earrings. And this actual pendant was from a pair of clip-on earrings that my grandmother's friend had given her that she then gave to me. I made these a long time ago. I think when I was like 19 or so. I distinctly remember being in my childhood bedroom as I put these ones together, but I don't wear them super often now, but I can never get rid of them. These ones are a little pastel rainbow triangle. I got these on like Etsy or somewhere. If I can find where I got them, I will put it in the description. These ones are little bees. They're a little bee on honeycomb. I don't wear these a ton because I often don't like mixing my metals, but I'm trying to be a little bit more normal about that. So they're also a bit small. They're not annoying enough for me. If I'm gonna be wearing bees, my favorite animal, the best animal in the world, I want people to know that I'm wearing something bee-centric. They're a little small, they're a little delicate, but actually it's kind of nice because if I ever need to wear something bee-centric to an event that's very formal, it's probably better to go with these than something a little bit more, you know, ostentatious. These ones I shamefully don't wear a ton. They're very cute, but I think I just don't love the shape of them, but they're really adorable colors. The same very chic, fashionable friend of my mother's who gave me the big disco 70s paisley earrings also gave me these ones. I think she had bought these in India, maybe, for me, for little old me. I wore these a ton when I was in college. They're just gorgeous. These ones look like little like, you know when you're like in a saw trap, like little pendulum knives, and they like slice you apart because you sinned. These ones I bought at a vintage store when I was a teenager, and they had a whole bunch of other components to them. It was a kind of lattice work of panels, and this was like the topmost piece. And at some point, I remember cutting away the other components of it because they were so heavy and they hung like down to here. And I just left these little half moons, and I think that they're a lot more wearable now. I don't even remember what they used to look like actually. It's been like 11 years probably since I made these. Since I mutilated them. Since I forced them to bend to my whims. My left ear is like really holding on to these earrings. I don't know why. I've heard of having attached earlobes, but this is ridiculous. Ooh, these ones. I think these were my mom's, maybe, or my grandma's. I love these ones. I think that they are really visually interesting, and they seem small, but when you actually put them in the ear, they kind of hold their own. They're there. They're like present and accounted for. Although having such a beaded earring with these mixed metals with this particular blouse, especially just having one earring in, I feel like I kind of look like a pirate. So I wear these a ton. These ones were my best friends. These were Ivana's and she gave them to me and I love them. I love this little like sort of Matisse inspired face on there. I think that they are very chic. I don't know where the other one is. Honestly, it stands to reason that I put one earring in the silver drawer and one earring in the gold drawer without even realizing I was doing it. That is what happened. These ones are extra super special because my mommy got them for me for my birthday last year. They are little kitties. They are little cats. It's a little pussycat earring. Do you understand? Do you understand how important that is to me? Again, like I keep saying, I wish they were a little bit bigger because if I'm going to put on cat earrings, I want people to know that they're cat earrings. And I know that they're too small because the other day I wore them to work and none of the like 50-year-old women I work with, who is the exact demographic who you think would comment on cat earrings, commented on my cat earrings, and that's how I know that they're too small. These ones I know I talked about in my last earring video because I remember saying that this was a gift from an ex-high school friend of mine. But it's cool, like we just mutually stopped talking to each other pretty much immediately after graduating high school. These are so like medieval, dude. They're like old-fashioned coins. The shape of these earrings and the structure, having these like rows basically overlapping over each other in this diamond, the shape of them, like the style is very, very 2012, which makes sense because that's when they were made. Like they look kind of dated. I don't wear them a ton now for that reason, but they are cool to look at. It's just this repeating over on different colors of coins. I think that's fun. I really like them. I have thought actually about taking them apart and like freaking on them a little bit, like Frankensteining them into something else, which I might do, because it's not like I have any sentimental attachment to the earrings themselves. I just like their components. My lobes. These next ones are from a random brand I saw on Instagram in 2017 called Kina and Tam. I don't know if they're still in business, but that's where I got these. These are, I would say, my go-to silver earrings when I don't want to wear my little hoops and I want something a little bit more exciting. I usually wear these ones. These are just cool. These are like cool girl earrings. Everybody loves my little face earrings. I get so many compliments on my little face earrings. Everybody is a fan of my face earrings. They're very heavy though, which is not amazing. I didn't get my ears pierced until I was 13. I was a late bloomer kid. I did everything late, you know? Except talking. But everything else, I waited so long. I built it up in my head as being this really scary, painful thing. And then one day I was like, you know what, mommy, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to get my ears pierced. So she drove me to the Natick Mall and we went to the Claire's next to the food court, and that's where I got my ears pierced. And it did hurt, and I was right. It was painful. These ones are very special because I've had them since I was like 14. I wanna say these are from Forever 21 or somewhere similar. Wherever a teenage girl in 2009 might shop. I think they're kind of stupid looking. I never wear them anymore. But I have very distinct memories of like being on the bus home from school, the 57 bus from Kenmore Station, listening to MGMT or Childish Gambino, and just like looking out of the window and absent-mindedly fidgeting with my earrings. This part in the middle is really smooth, so I always run my fingertip over that part. These are the last pair from the silver drawer, and I saved them because they are both new to you guys because they weren't in the last collection video, and also they're really cool. These. I think Ivana bought these for me at a vintage store. I'm pretty sure that's where I got them. They are killer. It is a woman with an afro, and she herself is wearing earrings. They're my only pair of meta jewelry. I don't think I have any other pieces of jewelry that are self-referential like this. And as an intellectual, that's really important to me. Oh, I fucking love these ones. I don't care. These are killer. They are beautiful. They are expressive. I love them. We're gonna take another break. I'm gonna numb my lobes again. I'm gonna charge my camera and we will descend into the gold drawer. We've got our first two on right now. I put them together because they're pretty similar. They're both little pearl babies. This one is a curved peg with a little bead on the end. I like it because it's subtle. I've worn that one to the beach before because it feels really thematically appropriate for that. And then this one has little dangly chains. I think it is so special. These are both Ivana's earrings that I have now. I'm stewarding them in her absence. The next several earrings actually have come to me under those exact same circumstances. These ones, they're little gold panel flowers. I wear these a lot in the spring. They're so sweet that they actually make me kind of sad to wear when it's cold out. So they've been sort of on ice literally for the past couple of months. But my season is coming. If we ever get some warm weather in Boston, these little babies will be making their appearance. Actually, I don't know if these are like hand-me-downs from my best friend or if she actually bought these for me because they are little moons and she knows I love anything with a moon on it. Or suns. I think these ones are really charming. Sometimes when I don't want to be quite as extravagant and I don't want to wear the big long silver dangly moon earrings, I'll reach for these. These ones, I'm not quite sure about. She didn't like these, she gave them to me. They're very millennial business major. A lot of the girls in my MBA wore earrings like this. You know what it kind of reminds me of? The logo for the 2010 Vancouver Winter Olympics. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna keep these ones. I never wear them. I find them to be kind of boring. Do I? Wait, that looks nice though, with my hair. It's completely inconclusive whether I keep them or not. I'll keep them for now. Maybe I'll make a more concerted effort to wear them. I'm not so sure if I like these ones. I wore these a lot one of the times I was in Paris, and so in my vlogs from that trip, I see these earrings in them a lot, and I'm like, do those look good? I think they look good with my hair out like this, but because when I travel, I get my hair braided, I don't think they look as nice with braids. These. This is one of the pairs of earrings that Ivana and I both have, because sometimes you have to match with your best friend, and that's the key to life. I think these are from Anthropology. I love them because they're gold and silver. They're loud. They are elegant. They're a very simple design, but they're really big. So they're focus pulling, but they're not kitschy. And I love kitsch, but I don't always want kitsch. Not every look calls for kitsch. Most of them do. Another pair of earrings I have that are matching with my best friend, except these ones are ones that I bought for us. I was thrifting like 2 years ago, and I found these hammered gold hand earrings, and my best friend Ivana loves hand-centric jewelry. So I bought 2 pairs of these earrings, one for me and one for her. I don't wear them as often anymore, but they're great. They're like funky because they're hands, but because they're just gold without really much else to them, they're really versatile. We've got another pair. This one on my left is this sweet little moon man. This guy, I've got to clean them. They're looking a little mucky. I wear these a lot. I think his little sleeping face is so sweet and charming. And I think they're a perfect size. Like, you can see from a little bit of a distance that it's a little moon. And then when you get up close, you see his little face. A little face. And then on this side, these ones are just like a random pair that my best friend gave me. Very, very millennial. I love them. I wear them all the time. This is the kind of thing that I would have lived for in college. I love the little eye at the bottom. I think they're very chic. Next up, this is a pair of little bees that my friend Abby gave me, my friend Abby Williamson on YouTube. These might be my favorite of my bee earrings, of which we're gonna see a couple more. We gotta zoom in because they're itsy bitsy. Look at my little bees. When I move, it looks like they're fluttering by my hair. She got these for me from Sleepy Mountain. If they're still available, I'll put a link in the description, but I'll put one for the store anyway because I'm pretty sure it's still active. I wear these ones a lot. They're teeny tiny. I travel with them. They are a delight. Let's do some more bees since we're here. These ones are from the same store that my Twitter mutual runs, that I don't think she runs anymore, unfortunately, but they're big bees. These ones are little bees in a little honeycomb cell with a little drip of honey. These ones aren't explicitly bee earrings, but like, come on. What do you think when you see this? You think honeycomb. These ones I got from a little curio shop that I live near while shopping for Ivana's birthday present a couple years ago. Ow, okay, never mind. These ones have a really thick post that simply is not going in right now. So we're just gonna have to pretend I'm wearing these ones. These ones are a perfect size. They are comfortable once they're in. And they're very pretty. They were also really expensive. Thank God I like them. These are jade earrings. These are my grandmother's. They're very special to me. I only wear them on really special occasions. Also because usually the only time I wear a teardrop earring like this is when I'm getting fancy. They read very fancy to me. These little face earrings are also from Kina and Tam. They are the same place I got my other face earrings. But I got these ones first, so they look a little bit worse for wear. They don't even look gold anymore, actually. They look silver now. I can wear kind of a whatever outfit, but when I put these with it, it kind of elevates it, and it still looks like I'm stylish and I'm trying. These are from the gift shop of the Archaeology Museum in Dublin. I love the shape of these. I don't really have any other earrings that are rectangles like this. Beautiful. I think it's a very gorgeous design, and they remind me of my very first, and so far only, solo international trip. So I hate having to be so zoomed in. I feel embarrassed. These earrings I made a couple of months ago. I have had this little bracelet with a lot of old coins in my jewelry box since I was a little kid. It was my grandmother's bracelet, and the clasp on it has been broken like forever. I think she just gave it to me to like play around with when I was a toddler, baby, little kid. But I always thought the coins looked really cool. I had 2 of these identical coins, and so I took some pieces off of some broken earrings and stuff that I wasn't wearing, and I made them little danglies. One is longer than the other because I couldn't decide if I liked it with 2 loops or 1 loop better. And I just haven't taken the time to either add another loop to this one or remove the second loop. I kind of like that they sit at different heights. These 2 are from Nectar as well, the shop that my Twitter mutual used to run. They have their own matches. I like to wear them together because then it's got a whole theme to it. You understand? I wear these sun earrings together at least like once a week. They are maybe my favorite pair of my gold earrings. Is that true? Is that egregious to say? These next 2 are from that same shop, and if I'm being honest, I probably don't need to own both pairs of these earrings. They both use the same hand charm. This one has a little red bead dangling. This one has a key ring, a snake, and a green bead. I think the green ones are a little busy. I think I bought these in like 2020 or 2021, so, you know, I was going through it. To be quite honest, I don't wear these super often. I think looking at them makes me feel kind of guilty because I really feel like I don't need to have both of them. And I regret buying the green pair. I'm gonna get rid of the green pair and I'm gonna keep the red pair. Let's see if Ivana wants the green pair. She's visiting. These are little studs. I don't know if these are my grandmother's or my mom's, but they were passed along to me, which means that they're important and they're special. Is this opal? It might be opal. Opal is my mother's birthstone, so I feel like it stands to reason that if they are opal, that they were hers then. What do you guys think? Opal? Chat? Yes or no? These next ones, I feel like, similarly to the green hand earrings we just talked about, like, it was greed that led me to buy these ones. I bought these at TJ Maxx in like 2021. They're Monstera leaves. Like, who cares? You know, like, I don't know. There's something about them I don't like. I feel ideologically opposed to them. Why do I still have them then? Like, I don't have to keep them. I can give them to someone. They are perfectly fine earrings. I don't need to have them for the rest of my life just cause I already have them now. Like, these next earrings are like older than my mom is. I think these were my grandmother's when she was like my age. Or maybe not, I don't know. But they are old as the dickens. And you know what? They could probably benefit from those like sonic baths that jewelers will put rings in. I see them on TikTok all the time. It's like blue liquid and then they turn on the vibrations and it shakes all of the dirt out of the jewelry. They're so cool. Oh God. The peg on this one is sharp. Jesus. I actually might not even be able to get these in right now. Look at that. Look at this. It's like sharpened. Girl. There's no need. They're cute though. I just say that about everything. Everything is cute. Oh Christ. These ones I bought at Buffalo Exchange in 2021, shortly before getting vaccinated, getting the COVID vaccine. And I say that only because I remember wearing these so often throughout the summer of 2021, which, as it was for a lot of people, was like a very emotionally up and down time for me. So they just like remind me of a weird period of my life. They're a little flower set in resin in a little circle. They're fine. They're like cute, but like they just make me think of the past and it hurts emotionally. I was wearing them the other day and I took them off before I went out because I was just like, the vibes are off. It's like they're cursed. I don't think I'm gonna put them back in my jewelry box. I'm gonna set them aside and think about them for a little bit. They haven't done anything to me. They're inanimate objects, Nisa. Jesus Christ. This is a pair of earrings that are very special because they were my mom's, which is a hilarious thing to say after just telling myself it doesn't matter if I keep or get rid of earrings because they don't have feelings. These earrings do have feelings. Ow. These are hard to get on. These have the type of closure where it's wire that wraps around itself and hooks in place like that. God, look at the shine on this. Are these real gold? Probably. These are sharp as hell too. Like, see that point? If I really wanted to, I could draw blood. These ones are perfect and beautiful. They catch so much light. They hang perfectly low. They are stunning. Honestly, to be quite honest, to be perfectly honest with you, I would get married in these. They're that beautiful. Shout out to my mom. Big ups to my mom. These next ones were my best friend's. She gave them to me. I don't really wear them because, unfortunately, the chain that they're on gets caught in my hair when I wear my hair down, which is most of the time. But oh God, I think they are beautiful. If I was like a teenager, I'd want to wear these to prom. I just like looking at them. I think they're just gorgeous earrings. I think they're elegant. I think they're like sweet and romantic. I need to like get invited to a gala or something where I can have my hair up in a nice little updo and put these on with like a, I don't know, powder blue chiffon number or something. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't that eat? These last ones for the gold drawer are, it's like literally getting dark outside. I might like not even put this video up. Editing this is gonna be such a nightmare. Well, look who's self-aware all of a sudden. Shut up. These last ones were also Ivana's, and I don't think, like, she never wore these, and she has a much more out loud sense of style than I do. Oh, I certainly know. Girl, these chandeliers, they're so pretty though, the blues. Get into the blues. They're not actually that heavy considering how many components are at work here. I just can never think of a time where this is the vibe I want from my earrings, but God, they're lovely. Home stretch. We have the last two drawers. They're spread out in front of me. These are the Kitsch drawers. Wait a minute. What the heck are these normal ass earrings doing in the Kitsch drawer? I wear these a lot. I don't know, you know what? I probably took these out when I came home from work and the Kitsch drawer had already been open and I just threw them in there. These are just normal golds. These are in the wrong spot. Sorry about that, guys. First up, we have my cherry studs. These are little, they're itsy bitsy. I bought these for myself at TJ Maxx. I love them, but I don't wear them super often because when I want to wear a cherry earring, I think we all know what I go for. Everybody loves the cherry earrings. I know. Jesus Christ, guys. Lie. Everybody loves the cherry earrings. They go perfectly with quite literally all articles of clothing. I have never ever worn these outside and not gotten a compliment from at least one person. And it's nice because the type of person who compliments the cherry earrings is themselves quirky. One time I was in an Urban Outfitters in New York City and the sales associate complimented them and the sales associate was wearing pineapple earrings. We saw each other in that moment. It was beautiful. They are from the store 2.5D Streetwear. And I also, from that same store, got these much less popular but still very beautiful lipstick earrings. I love the lipstick earrings. They're obnoxiously huge. They clack against my clavicle when I wear them. I love them. I think they also came in red, but I wanted the baby pink because I thought it would go better with my outfits. I love it. I love these. They're so stupid. These are actually pens that the creator just drilled a hole into and added an earring hook. I actually don't even keep the cherry earrings in this box. I wear them often enough that it's just faster to keep them out of it. These are another pair of lipstick earrings I have, slightly more wearable. I wore these in my most recent window shopping. I think these are from Buffalo Exchange, maybe? I can't remember if I bought them or if Ivana bought them for me. It's basically the same thing. They're very cute. They're like kind of cartoony, which I like. They're little acrylic earrings. Let's go back to the theme of the cherries. Let's get my food earrings out of the way. I got a couple. Oh. La 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 la. These are the earrings I wear when I want to get really silly with it. These are my banana earrings. These I think I got from Buffalo Exchange and I'm almost positive I bought them myself in maybe 2019. I love these for the same reason I love my yellow hoops from the beginning of the video, which is they are an instant and very easy pop of color. And look, they're thread. It's clever. It's like a little texture mix. Oh! I wear them slightly less often than the cherries, but very frequently. A little bit differently, I have these watermelon earrings. I love saying water like I'm from Philly. Is that Philly or is it Pittsburgh? Or is it Jersey? It's not here, I know that much. Ivana got these for me when she was out thrifting one afternoon. I don't wear them super often. They're not, I was gonna say they're not my style. A little ridiculous, seeing what I've just shown you. I don't know, I think it's the pink. They're kind of hard to style in my opinion. Also being acrylic, I think they come across kind of costumey, but God, they're so cute. They're cute and they're light and they're adorable and they're endearing and they're sweet and synonym, synonym, synonym. These two were both gifts from my friend Jordan. These are peaches, little peaches, and this is a little sushi platter. These actually kind of look cute together. Look. Oh. Cute. Let's get these big sumbitches out of the way. These are from, I think it's These Hollow Hills is the store. They are clay, which means they are kind of delicate. I get really nervous because in addition to being clay and therefore breakable, they're also a little heavy. And one time they fell out of my ears when I was at Target and they didn't break, but I got real scared. But oh, they are, pardon my French, fucking cool. I don't get to break these out very often, but when I do, I'm like, I look awesome. They're huge. They are so chic. Oh my God, I love how they're kind of oblong. I love the color combination. I love like a baby purple like this. Oh, I feel so cool when I wear these, but also so scared. What's next? What's next? Another gift. These are little blue sky acrylic earrings from the same shop where my friend Abby got me those adorable little dangly bees. These have a special spot in my heart because right after Abby got me these earrings, I made a TikTok about Hosier that is one of my most popular TikToks, and I'm wearing these earrings in the TikTok. So every time I get a notification on it, I watch the video and I see those earrings and I'm like, aw, my friend got those for me. These are really sweet. They look like a little window into heaven. Speaking of TikTok, let's go to these. You might recognize these if you spend a lot of time on TikTok because I feel like they have gotten the creator a lot of attention because they're cool as hell. They are these painting earrings by Hannah Lemoine. I'll link her shop. She is my TikTok mutual. She's really cool. She makes beautiful art. Of course, I bought the unicorn tapestry ones because the unicorn tapestry is one of my favorite pieces of medieval art ever. When I was in high school, my art history class took a trip to the cloisters in New York and they had to drag me out of the room with the unicorn tapestries. I was not leaving willingly. I don't wear these a ton. I kind of wish I got lighter frames because sometimes I feel like the frame blends in with my hair. But these are so cool. There's, you know, they're in the kitschy drawer, but being in the kitschy drawer is not an insult. It is just a designation. I've worn these to parties before. They're a great conversation starter. If you follow Hannah on TikTok, you can see like her process of making these earrings, the molding she does. It's all very interesting. Those are not gifted, by the way. I bought those with my money. These next ones, these are my pronoun earrings from Fencing, which I don't know if Fencing's around anymore. It was a brand I found on Twitter years ago, like maybe 2018. Everybody loves the acrylic pronoun earrings. I remember sometime after I talked about these in a YouTube video, somebody emailed my business email address and they were like, hey, I bought earrings from Fencing and like they're taking way too long to arrive, so I had to cancel the order and they're like giving me the runaround about it. So like you shouldn't promote them on your channel. And I was like, what the fuck that got to do with me? Sorry that happened to you, but like, why are you telling me about it? I'm not promoting them, girl. I'm just telling people where they're from. It's where they're from, it's where about them. So I don't know what that was about. It is once again time for me to be a sentimental mommy's girl for a second. These earrings are pretty simplistic. They're a bunch of green beads. They kind of look like grapes to me, so I call them my grape earrings. My mom bought these for me at like Ann Taylor, I want to say, when I got inducted into the National Honor Society when I was in high school. And so these have become my job interview earrings. I wear them whenever I want to come across very accomplished. I wear these earrings and this blue blouse my mom bought me to every job interview and also to my interview for grad school. And they haven't steered me wrong yet. I'm like a really superstitious person about certain things, and one of those things is jewelry. I wear very specific pieces of jewelry when I'm feeling very specific feelings. So when I'm feeling nervous, I'm often wearing the grape earrings. The problem with them is that those little clusters of beads get caught in my hair a lot. Oh, these ones make me sad because I have to fix them. They're breaking. These are from Aldo, from my Aldo phase, and they're woven and the thread is unraveling. And I've already glued them back once and they look all crispy and crusty here from where I glued them. But they're so cool. They're so chic. I gotta fix them. I can't not have these earrings in my life. This style This is very 2017, and I wouldn't have it any other way. How old was I in 2017? I turned 23 in 2017. Jesus Christ. I will get super glue with a really fine brush and I will put them back together if it kills me. I know we've talked about these in the first earring collection because I remember telling the story of them. I'm not even putting them on because these are so heavy. These are my dangly chain earrings. I found them sitting on a wall in back of one of the theater buildings at Sarah Lawrence when I was a freshman. I had a class in the art building, which if you are familiar with Sarah Lawrence topography is sort of like in the midpoint of campus, and the building in question where I found these earrings was towards Central Campus. So it was a little bit of a distance, but not a huge distance. And I was thinking to myself like, wow, those earrings are really cool. If those are still on this wall, when I'm done with class, I have to walk back through here to get to the dining hall so I can have dinner after class. If they're still here, I'm gonna take them. And you can guess where they were when I was done with class. Whoever owned these earrings, whoever lost them on like a drunk night out, it was probably some freshman like me who was partying one night with the theater kids, had to throw up, realized she was wearing super dangly earrings that would have probably gotten in her way if she tried to puke, took them out, put them on that wall, and forgot about them. And now they're mine. So thank you, anonymous Sarah Lawrence student. These are absurd. These were Ivana's, they're mine now. They are so kooky crazy looking and I love them. They make me think of Fabergé eggs, almost. I just think they're stunning. They're a beautiful color, but they're not too crazy, you know? Like, I don't know what it is. We're getting kind of DIY-y again with these two. I'm gonna have to zoom in because they're also really little. This is basically a pair of earrings that I cobbled together out of bits and pieces at the bottom of my jewelry box. Pieces of broken jewelry that were grandfathered, or like, probably more appropriate to say grandmothered down to me. Like the coins that I talked about before. So on this side we have a little sun charm and he's got a little face. And then on this side we have a little moon charm with a face. This was part of a bracelet and I took it off the bracelet. It even has like a little loop on the end that I had to bend backwards with pliers so it wouldn't be visible from the front. This was actually part of a pair of earrings. There is a match to this and I still have it. It just has lost its little black stone. It was probably lost in a house that was sold like 30 years ago. Like it's over, you know? So I thought instead of wearing one moon earring with a black sky behind it and one without, I would, you know, let the other one rest and pair this guy with something else. And by pure good luck, they're roughly the same size, so they don't look weird. And they both have faces. Like, aren't they perfect with each other? I love these two guys. Oh, these earrings I feel bad about because Ivana and I bought them from some like weird scammy internet store that took a really long time to ship to us and then like vanished off of the face of the internet. So sometimes people ask me where they're from because they're really cool looking. And I cannot tell anybody anything. But I love these ones because they're white and sometimes I need a stark white earring to offset the colors in my outfits. I remember talking about these in the first earring video. Maybe don't watch these two videos together. It's not my fault. People asked me to make another earring collection video, so I'm doing it, but the collection has not changed all that much. I love these guys, especially because when you put them together, they are in fact kissing. These are wooden earrings that my mom's chic friend gave me. I love these. They make me feel very crunchy, very granola. While I show you these, I'm also gonna show you my other pair of like super crunchy natural girl earrings. And these are the other bee earrings I was talking about. These are my wooden honeycomb earrings. I bought them from a shop in Cambridge called Follow the Honey that I think still exists, but they just don't sell jewelry anymore. They're perfect. They're a little freaky to look at because if I hold them against my skin, it kind of looks like a trypophobia trigger picture. I wear these with my like sundresses in the summer, with my big stacked bangles and my woven bags, you know that whole vibe. My strappy gladiator sandals when I want to serve that, my peasant skirts, my beads. My beads. These are another pair of bee earrings I have. I bought these in 2021 and I don't remember the shop. If the shop's still around, I'll link them. These are little Minecraft bees. It's the bees from the video game Minecraft. Like my other little bee earrings, these ones really look like they're fluttering around my head when my ears move or my head moves. The next 5 earrings are all little sentimental best friend ones. So we're gonna go quickly with these. These are fish earrings that Ivana bought for me when she was in Mexico. These are fish earrings that Ivana bought for me when she was in Mexico. Fish A, fish B. These are beautiful painted wooden earrings that Ivana bought for me when she was in Mexico. Gorgeous. Little lady, she's dancing. And finally, the most sentimental, most best friend earring. This is the matching pair of earrings that Ivana and I both have from Bobble Bar. It's a little fish lure. Couldn't tell you why. I can't tell you why. We saw it, we were absolutely captivated by it. We bought the fish lure earrings. They feel really like high quality. There's real shit in there, real fish. The last pair of earrings, the absolute final pair that we will be discussing in this video. You're finally free. These are my vintage Laurel Birch Moon Dove earrings. These were my grandmother's. I love my moon doves. I love my moon doves. It's a testament to the shining intuition of my dear departed grandmother. She didn't even know that her granddaughter, the glamour puss she helped raise, would grow up to love Laurel Birch so much. She didn't even know that when she got herself these adorable Laurel Birch Moon Dove earrings, that one day they would themselves be the perfect gift for her granddaughter to help her grieve. Isn't that just gorgeous, the way that the world works? Moon doves! Oh my God, my ears hurt so much. I forgot how painful this was to do. Thank you so much for watching my updated earring collection video. I will never ever make one of these again. Don't forget to use code NISIPISA for 10% off at checkout at your local lobes store. Your one-stop shop for all salves, tinctures, and rubs to keep your lobes lubed. I love you so much. Goodbye.